Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name's SKYMAN, your Star Wars quote for today. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. No, I am your father. And today we're going to be reacting to episode 5 of Bad Batch. Now the previous episode was the cliffhanger, and then literally where they're standing there looking at each other. It was done in a nice way. They don't really know what to think of each other. The escape was really nice, but sort of the Crosshairs integrating back with the Bad Batch. I mean, I've been waiting for this for a long time. So to see that so close to happening, I mean, maybe they might just turn around and say, no, thank you, we'll take Omega back and see it, Crosshairs, we don't trust you. I mean, that would be a bit of a, unexpected turn, but yeah, I don't think that's happening. I think just to see them together and the formation of the Bad Batch again and working together, I think it's going to be really nice. I've loved all the episodes so far, what we've had in this season. It's been very intriguing and nicely done, and to think that I'd cared this much about the clones, yeah, I didn't think I would. And the welfare of the clones after Order 66, you just think they're all dispensable, all evil, that's it, they get phased out. But it's really juicy, and the whole Hemlock thing, and Omega, and the fact that she escaped with Crosshair's help, you know. Yeah, I love that so much, and it's that sort of father-daughter relationship that she's got with him now, as well as Hunter. So maybe there's going to be some jealousy there, I don't know, but I think out of all the people that could have rescued her, and it was like Crosshairs, really. So yeah, I love that, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with Crosshairs now, and how he sort of integrates himself back into Bad Batch. Just so many juicy things that could happen. Like you've known with previous reactions, I've waited a long time for this moment, my little green friend. So I hope you're looking forward to this reaction. I'm always looking forward to watching it together. This is one of those things which I just like to completely zone out. I feel like we're at the cinema or something together, and I think that's the ultimate goal, is something that was missed out Star Wars Celebrations, well, to have a viewing place to watch the Star Wars movies or anything Star Wars with Star Wars fans. And I think what I should probably end up doing is live streaming this or something, I don't know. But it's to have that thing where we enjoy the moment together, because obviously this way you have to do it in a particular way to skip certain scenes, and yeah, so I can let you see it all. So yeah, this is something which I always really enjoy, and I hope you do as well. But yeah, I'm very excited, so let's jump straight in. Yeah, it's Omega back there, back where she belongs. It's nice. Waited a long time for her.
Look who's awake. How'd you sleep?
I do love Omega in there. She's really grown on me. Looks like they're in a pretty nice holiday location, and might as well just stay there. I love that he's just training.
This is uncanny.
I know what
Just hear him speaking. He's just the coolest sounding clone.
I'm fine.
Is he going to tell them like all the conditioning that he's had done whilst he was there, or didn't he know?
Being a snack. Not sure it was a good idea to give Crosshair back his rifle.
Yeah, he's always going to do is turn around and...
It's Echo!
Perfect.
That's not the tsunami island, is
shooting
it?
accuracy. Target success rate today was at 53%, well below your average.
See, the squad's getting back together.
Flat. Now hug for me. It depends how good your intel is.
See, that's the dry wit that this Bad Batch have needed for a long time.
Look, she's a clone, like us. Like,
And she's not to be trusted.
I was a prisoner. Not much to tell. We've been searching for this base for...
I think Hunter secretly hates him.
I need to do this, Hunter.
Just got a point, you know. Every time a Star Wars character nods, it's the music. That Return of the Jedi. Dun, you know the one. It's a mutual thing. Star Wars fans only know.
little brother.
I don't know if it'll still fit. Here. My old armor. Yeah. It never felt right to get rid of it.
Put it on. Like how Hunter's literally looking at him every second, just trying to work out. I'm really enjoying the show at the moment. So is this the place where Crosshair's defected then? And then shot that Imperial officer?
There's no one here.
There's no one here. So you could bet this is probably going to be a monster episode.
It does fit.
There we go. I think he's taking a deep breath. I was doing it as well.
Well, I didn't get daily intel briefings in my cell. I get the feeling there's more to this place than you're saying. They were all dealt with. And how do you know that? Take a guess. Just following orders. If you're scared.
But the power terminal is beyond the beacons.
I guess it served its purpose. Sounds familiar.
See, even those faces, like this, you can almost hear what they're thinking. So when you know a show's done its character development well. That was a good episode. Hunter is on him. That was good. So you're the monster.
Are you going to be my shadow everywhere? I know you. I risked everything to send you that message. You ignored it. You let Omega be taken to Tantus. She went through what she did because you failed. You're angry because she escaped with my help, not yours.
It's kicking off.
Move!
Saved by the monster. I mean, I think that nothing beats the crate dragon monster fight in the Mandalorian. I think that's got to be the all-time favourite for me. It's just so good. Just when the conversation was getting really juicy between them both as well.
To restore power to the sensor beacons.
Which are beyond the
Fuse box
sensors.
for the reserve alone. We'll do it together. You sure about that? I'll spot you both from the tower. Then let's get to it before. Why? Why is there always a huge monster?
It's the questions that we always ask ourselves.
I don't have a visual.
I think the Mandalorian got to that point where it was always a monster of some sort. But then you start to wonder, like, sure, Star Wars has got a lot of monsters, but then is it just to make another episode? They've obviously got to have that moment where someone's in peril and then they do the brothers thing.
Good. Now
Save
prime
each
the
other.
breaker.
Get a lot of Jurassic Park vibes from Bad Batch these days. So good seeing them both together.
See? They always work it out. And I don't even see any blood.
Say something.
Hunter. There just might be hope for us yet.
What's the significance of that bird that he keeps seeing? And there we finally had the reunion, which I waited and waited a long time for. And it was so nicely done as well. I was feeling a little bit emotional when Crosshairs was talking to Hunter. It's just an odd thing to see that Crosshairs, who's, you know, just been the protagonist for quite a long time now and doing all these bad things, and to actually see him have those moments now of redemption. And I know, like the previous season, that was all I wanted, was just him to be good and be integrated back in the Bad Batch. Now to finally have it, it's just, I don't know, it just sort of seems a little bit special. And the formation of Bad Batch together as a company is really nice to see as well. The fact that Hunter was non-stop looking at Crosshairs, like trying to work him out and see if he actually is good, obviously for the sake of Omega. But I mean, from a story point of view, even talking about it just makes me realise how invested I am in these characters which they've created. And I think they've done, the fact that I've cared so much, and probably you do as well, is just, it's a testament to the characters which were created and the characters which George Lucas came up with these characters. This is a product of his sort of last idea before he sold Lucasfilm to Disney. I'll never quite get over that. And I think this, out of Star Wars at the moment, state of Star Wars, the state of Lucasfilm, this is something which sort of feels a little bit separate from that. The fact that I care so much about these characters and I feel so invested in them and what they do is just, I'm taking notes all the way to see, you know, how they went about writing this and how they came up with like certain arcs to these stories, and how well it sort of paid off with Crosshairs and Hunter and Crosshairs being integrated back into Bad Batch. I think it's all been from a story perspective. It's all actually been done very nicely, and I don't feel like things are being tampered with, like for other shows, for example, like season 3 of The Mandalorian, where it felt so different from season 1 and 2. This seems like it's, I don't know, the animated stuff, Clone Wars and even Rebels are a little bit different, but Bad Batch certainly, it seems like a continuation, but just of, you know, different characters which were introduced in Clone Wars. So it still has that vibe and that sort of connection that you have with all the sort of Clone Wars era, and you still have that sort of connection now, which is really nice. I really love this episode. I thought this was, even though, you know, it's a monster episode, you know what happens with a monster episode, and there's obviously going to be tons of Star Wars monsters, but I mean, how many are we always going to get? I think for the sake of Crosshairs and Hunter being together, having their moments together, seeing Omega back with the group, it just, and that all seems homely, and it was just all, it was a very nice episode and kind of a nice payoff to what I've wanted for all this time, and to have that sort of emotional thing with Crosshairs back, and that's why I love this one. And I think it just has that feeling like everything's about to kick off on a large scale, and now Crosshairs is on the right side. That's how you want it to be when it all happens. So yeah, I'm hoping that it sort of has that meet up with Rex, and Rex has secretly been working a lot behind the scenes, bringing in lots of clone, and hopefully Cody, because, you know, Crosshairs had a moment with him as well in the previous season. So yeah, that would be really cool, but I think that's probably, it might take a little while to get to that point, I don't know. But yeah, tell me all your thoughts with this episode, what you liked about it, and what you speculate for the next episode. And was this how you imagined Crosshairs would come back as well? I think that's the big question of all. And as always, looking forward to the next episode for the next reaction. So I hope you enjoyed this, take care of yourself, and remember, the Force will be with you always.